just on my way home from delivering a community walk, and I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to talk about, gut feelings and how I think they're very much overlooked and less understood. And I think we need to dive deeper and have a real realization as to why this has been thrown around and why people use this whole phase of go with your gut feeling and all that sort of stuff. But I'm here to tell you, if you are not living in accordance, in alignment with the universal laws that be, and you have a system that is blocked and clogged and not really functioning to a good level of ability, then your gut feelings are going to be off. That intuition is going to be off. If you don't have a right thought, if you know that what you're consuming is no good, but you still continue to consume that thing, I think that's a telltale sign to know if what you're feeling is right or if it's wrong. If you're consuming things that are, and have been consuming things that are not good, and you're not doing any sort of fasting or detox to kind of balance yourself out, then your system is already toxic. And even to not even have that realization that what you're consuming is not good or whatever it may be, I think that's also a telltale sign to have an inner knowing that there's something off and not in balance. And I'm only saying that because now that I've been able to clean my system up, now that I've been on both sides and been on both sides of the fence in terms of eating a standard, eating in a standard way, eating the standard foods, going to another side of eating foods that are a lot cleaner, that are raw, and that are created and untampered with for the most part in nature. I can definitely feel the difference. I can definitely acknowledge the difference between the two states of awareness that I've had. So obviously before, yes, my mind was probably very it was very cloudy, very it almost felt like I was just living a blurry life. And I don't know about you, and I don't know if you have a similar experience. Maybe you feel like you're just in like autopilot, and you're in the same routine. You don't really have time, you don't really spend time with yourself. You might be always distracting yourself unconsciously and unaware of the fact of you distracting yourself. So you may wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is eating. You come home, you go to work, you go to school, whatever it may be. You eat throughout the day, then you finish, you go home, you put the TV on, whether you're playing games, listen to music, and then before you know it, it's like bedtime. You might have some snacks in bed, then it's a repeat. But how long have you been on a repeat for? Like, how long have you been doing the same thing for? How long have you been chasing the materialistic things? How long have you just been in a state of ticking along? And in order to help you get back on track, I would say ask yourself the question, like, do you enjoy life? What is it that you enjoy about life? If it's reflective of other people, or a lot of things that are outside of yourself, or a lot of things that are coming away from yourself and not being able to sit with yourself and have that same level of feeling, then I feel like that's a telltale sign to know whether or not I guess there's some work to be done. And for me, I think even just like having the intuition, the knowing to do certain things, coming from a like I said, coming from a lifestyle of living a standard life and consuming the standard things, then I would definitely say that just by clearing my act up, clearing my vessel through detoxing, I've been able to have the downloads, I've been able to get the information that I've not read, that it's just come to me because we all have access to the pool, the motherboard of information. But the only reason why some people are able to tap into that is because they're a clearer channel to be able to receive. Yes, you may come across loads of people that are healers and they do the Reiki, they're doing all sorts of stuff, but for me, I'm very mindful. So yeah, you may have learned these tools and stuff by someone, but when you're facilitating these things, are you coming in with purity? Are you coming in with clarity? Are you a clear channel for these things to be able to deliver on these things? And not many people have that awareness to know how they even feel, to even know that. You know, if you're making bad decisions, would you trust somebody that makes bad decisions for their own health and well-being? Like, that's the question to you. Would you trust someone that puts their own life at risk, especially if they already know, or they know that what they're doing is detrimental? Let's be real, let's be honest. Like I said already, this is the time. Spring, summer is a time for renewal. Spring, summer is a time for planting those seeds and actually watching your harvest grow, thrive. It's the time to nurture. And if you ain't doing it in this time, you're gonna find it very hard to step into that space in the other seasons. Winter, autumn, it's colder, you know. Yes, you may have had the idea of going on a cleanse. You may have had this idea for a very long time, maybe 2, 3, 4, however many years have passed, and it's still an idea, but you just can't grasp it. The reason why you can't grasp it is because you don't have the right foundation. Maybe you're not surrounding yourself with the right people. You're not surrounding yourself with the right information. You're not surrounding yourself with the right affirmations. Maybe you're just in this program, you've been in the program for so long that even though you have the intention to do something, it's hard for you to start the thing. And I'm a firm believer in, if you seek, you shall find. If you ask, you will get the answers. But if you're not an open source, an open channel, and how can you possibly even see the answers? How can you possibly see the things that you're seeking if you're so tunnel visioned at seeing things in one particular way, with one particular lens? If you have no experience or no people around you that have had the experience of cleansing, or or have that experience, then you need to expose yourself to those that are and that have the experience of doing so. very, very easy to be manipulated with what you see, especially on TV, especially from those that you value highly in your life, because their words become a lot more powerful because you have full trust within them. You have, yeah, basically your whole trust is within them, and what they say kind of goes, and it overpowers anything that you think. So actually you've given your power away by putting your complete trust, faith, and everything into somebody else who may feel like they have the answers, but maybe they don't. And because they do tell you these things or believe these things, you then start to take on that energy. You start to probably rewire and reprogram your subconscious in a way where it's not doing anything good for you. What does peace look like to you? What does happiness look like to you? How do you think you achieve these things? How do you think you achieve happiness? How do you think you achieve the peaceful state? How do you think you achieve the longevity of living in alignment, in accordance to the universal laws that be? Because all you got to do really is look in nature and see how nature's operating. Do you see animals rushing around? Do you see animals cooking their food? Do you see everything just appearing, existing in accordance with each other? When you go into nature, do you feel peaceful? When you go into nature, does it bring a sort of a joy? Because I think we have missed the boat ride to what happiness and what peace is, and what meditation is. We all have this stereotypical view, the programmed view of what these things are and how they should be. I can tell just by really looking at someone, especially their eyes, of what current state they're in, and how they're currently seeing their experience, how they're experiencing their reality. And then when they talk, that's even more of a telltale sign. And how they respond is also a telltale sign. So there's many signs, but I definitely never had this sort of level of awareness to what it is now if I didn't do my own work, do my own cleansing, do my own, I know I talk about cleansing and detoxing quite a lot, but this is like your portal, this is your entry point to really diving deeper within yourself. This is the deep dive to, I believe, your whole experience, everything you experience. This is where you get your answers. And again, I'm not here to persuade, I'm not here to try and get people to do a thing. Like, you're only going to do a thing if you want to do a thing. You're only going to do a thing if the information may seem so powerful to you that you just gotta try. You just gotta try the thing. And this is why I do the videos, because the videos are going to live on. They're going to go to wherever they need to go to. I've put the energy there, the intentions there. It's just love. The intention is just love. The intention is just compassion. The energy is just of divinity, of clarity, of clear consciousness, with a willingness to be open-minded. So yes, you may see this video today, you may be watching now, you may see this video in a week, in a month, in a year, but I really don't mind when you see it, how you see it, if you just listen to it. My videos are not fancy, there's no fancy backdrops, there's none of that stuff. It's just raw and pure. With just powerful information. So again, I have all the resources that I've shared on my socials. I have posts that have a lot of information on there, and everything that I've shared that's free will definitely take you really deep into your own journey of detoxification if you apply. And yes, this is my experience, this is my my story, I should say. But I genuinely believe, I genuinely feel that the information that I have, the information that I share is can help and heal so many people, can transcend, inspire, and bring forth like real transformative change. You've just got to be open-minded. That's what it's about, being open-minded. I know I've gone off topic because I think I was talking about gut feelings initially, but that's how it goes. The conversation just flows sometimes. So I said what I said because maybe I just needed to say what I needed to say, and maybe you needed to hear that I'm saying. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here. 17 minutes. Doesn't feel that doesn't feel that long at all. But hey, I'm here. I'm alive. Thank you for joining, whether you're watching now or on the replay. And yeah, nothing but a genuine outpour of just love and just intentional messaging and intentional showing up for those that are ready, to level up, for those that are ready to really see a different version of themselves. But until next time, stay well, stay open, and yeah.